Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Jayhawks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Milroe. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll get rid of it. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll run for it on 4th down. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what.
He's running free down the middle. The 10. Touchdown time. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Jayhawks want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Daniels. A little release to the back. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. Sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 20.
Kansas offense will take over. First and 10.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Neal. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Alabama 14, Kansas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there. And they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Forced out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks of the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down in the box and making big tackles. But they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at half. And they got him for the sack.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's a passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Casey. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Arnold. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're working that left side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They kept working at it, and finally a shot in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off play action on 1st down. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
That's the end of the 1st half. With the score,
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half.
set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
And he breaks into the open. Drills him with the stiff arm. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Neal. Powers through the defender.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Makes the grab on 3rd. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Corners are going to bail. Dropping back, it's Ward. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off the boot, looking for his man. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Arroyo. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Canes are on the move. Martinez on the carry. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to pass on second down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Another incompletion on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Makes a grab enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the stick...
Picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And I'll tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
A first down for the offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Booth. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Using his legs, it's Booth. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. They'll give it to him again. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
And after one, we're tied 0-0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Mississippi State right back to the line. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's Booth. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to throw. It's Ward. It's complete to the right. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wants to throw on third down. Snagged on the outside. It's Restrepo. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and they're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's George. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations. Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart. And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Arroyo. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Extending the play. Lets it fly. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together. Give me something.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score.
The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch.
He's off to the races. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just push the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Lee. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. What a grab and go for the score. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. On the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to throw. It's Shapen. Snags it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty damn quickly.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. These DBs going to give a little cushion. This time on target. Oh, he left him grabbing. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
They'll throw it on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Mississippi State 21, Miami 0.
First down to start the drive after the bridge. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Part of the backfield, it's Coleman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Mississippi State going up tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense starts with a short field. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll run it from the gun. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
At the 35, he's open. Gives it the big stiff arm. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to run it left here. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Grab behind the line. It's Lee. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. They'll run play action. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Booth. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Line gets set. First down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Mississippi State right back to the line. On the ground, it's Booth. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Hudson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going with the ground game left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Shapen. Looking down the middle. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
All right, it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Gets rid of it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Booth. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, Mississippi State 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. To the ground. He's got it again.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Runs for the tackle. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside. Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Gonna run it. It's Lee. Shakes off the tackler. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
To the air, it's Ward. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And it's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. That's caught. It's Mosley. Across the 25, he's got room. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pulls it in. It's Booth. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Picked up some yardage on that completion, but still a 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the 3rd quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for his players.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
On the run, it's Booth. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Mississippi State going up tempo. Try and play action. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw in the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up in the double coverage.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. And the Canes have pushed it inside the 20. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Caught behind the line. It's Martinez. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Coming after him. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Coming out with it, it's Daniels. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I'll tell you, I love this offense going RPO on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down at any point during the game because this quarterback does a really good job with his decision-making. He does a great job reading the defense, seeing the look, counting the box, and he's almost perfect on these decisions to hand the football off on RPOs.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Handoff from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami 21, Mississippi State.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Here we go with the run on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to pass, it's Ward. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricane! Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Booth. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. 3rd and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
Returner is tackled down at the 37, and your Miami Hurricanes will take over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Booth. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Working that left side now. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. They're bringing heat. Holds it in. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort this week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Bowman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. Gonna run it. It's Barnes. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
To the air, it's Arnold. Makes the grab over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfect.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Arnold. It's complete on the right side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to continue to feature this guy?
Finds a crease at the 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Touchdown Sooner! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score. Oklahoma 7, SMU 0.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down to start the drive after the break. Smith takes the handoff. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Mustangs are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw it. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Hudson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and the the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bowman. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Going to try to get it himself. Turns it on in midfield. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball, and then running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The give is to Smith. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. And the Mustangs get enough to move the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll in. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Gets it out fast. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's going up top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. Escapes trouble. Quarterback adapting. Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and no good. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Using the quick game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. The sure hands. It's Bernard. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Going over the top. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
The give out of the gun. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 14, Alabama 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Brown. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes his connection. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Slams ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Alabama 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McDowell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Takes a hit as he fired. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got an open man. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Man, those are backbreakers.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This offense has a 2nd down play. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, the running back has it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's got it inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He's going for it all. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the...
Going deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes that Alabama offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I could be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Throwing right. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive, the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And back to the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Oh, there's the ball. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense is into their own hands. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They've done such a good job recruiting D linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
He's got him, and they convert. He's loose. Running inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown time. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ballgame and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, Dave. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball. A catch.
Off he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
He's got it on the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina, 35.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Slings it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to...
Just destroying his way through the field. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's going to run it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But there's a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. To the air, it's Milroe. And they will score! Touchdown, Alabama!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the foot.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Get it out on the screen. Push down for the tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Smashes through the tackle. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a great play by the defense of paying it off with the interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last pick-6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running the red zone, it's Sanders. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can't just take a knee. If you take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
47, Alabama, 28.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. These corners backing off a bit. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He wants a big play here late. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
They'll toss it to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back.